Okay, looks like we're good, I think. So we're going to start with Keith from Sky, if he's still on here. Is he on here? Keith, are you there?
Hi, John, I am, but I'm not asking any questions. We got ours from Gary, so I'm all right for asking questions.
Yeah, you're okay. You got your video up, please? Sorry, Keith, you're not asking any.
No, sorry. The guy said to me to just come in to just record. I think we got everything from Gary with
Very
Hayden.
well. Yeah, okay, Keith. Thank you. Okay, we're going to start with James PLP then.
Hi, Hayden. How you doing?
Good, thank you.
Yeah, not too bad, thank you. We'll start off with the managerial change. Obviously, replacing a manager is difficult at the best of times. But with 2 games to go, can you understand why some people are a bit perplexed at the timing of this?
The thing is, when you work in football, one thing you kind of have to take on board is that a lot of things happen. And one of the things that we've had to deal with in the last couple of days is the manager leaving. However that's come about is something that we can't let what's the word I'm looking for, dissuade us from our focus. Our focus are the last 2 games. We know that the manager was a big part of it, but the club have made a decision, and us players, staff have got to be professional enough to now focus on the next 2 games.
How have the players dealt with the news?
The players have trained really well the last 2 days. They were informed, as I was yesterday. We had a meeting with the owner and the chairman, and they were informed as I was. We went out, we trained yesterday. We had a really good session. They came in today, very focused, and again we had another really good session again today, preparing for tomorrow.
What have you seen in the players that makes you think they can do this, that they can stay safe?
They're a good team. We're a good unit. We're a good squad. The team have shown since December, definitely since when I've been involved with the first team, that they can get results in the league. We'll be confident in what we want to try and do. We'll be confident in our team and our unit, and we're going to try and be as positive as we can tomorrow.
Is it one of those times where you really need sort of leaders to step up and be counted?
Yeah, we've got a lot of leaders in the group, and we need every single one of them. It's not just 1 or 2. It's an 11 or as it is now a 19, 20-man squad. That's what we need. We need everyone pulling in the same direction. We need 11 leaders out on the pitch, and we all need to have one common goal, and that's to get positive results.
And then just one last one from me. Having already beaten, the champions this season, is that going to be the blueprint for these next 2 games, I suppose?
Yeah, it's definitely something to look at. I mean, we were excellent that day. We were fantastic. A lot of energy, a lot of discipline. Did our jobs really, really well that day, and it's something that we're definitely looking at, and we can take a lot of positives from that. We know we're a team that, like you say, on that day we did really, really well, and we know we're a team that can hurt other teams. We just need to focus on what we want to try and do, how we're going to do it, and go out and try and execute it.
Cheers, Hayden. Thanks.
Thank you.
Okay, Nick.
Hi, Hayden. Congratulations on the opportunity. History tells us that being manager of Watford's not the most secure job in football. Do you see this as a 2-match appointment or an audition to make the job yours long term?
No, I think I said before in December when I had the caretaker role is that I work for the club and at the moment I recognise where we are and what the situation is and what we need and how we need to focus. I think that's my focus at the moment. My focus is on, definitely on the game on Tuesday. The focus definitely today was preparing the team. Anything more long term, I haven't thought about.
But you obviously have ambitions to be a manager in your own right as your career progresses. How would you describe your approach to being in charge of a group of players?
My approach?
Yeah.
I want to organise us as much as we can. I want us to be competitive. I want us to try and, all know our jobs on the pitch, and hopefully the players can go out and carry that out on the pitch. I mean, I think it's a very, very good team we're playing tomorrow. We can't get away from that. They're a fantastic side, fantastic manager, and we just have to be as disciplined and as compact as we can.
It's a hell of a baptism for you. Are you excited or nervous? How are you feeling?
I don't feel nervous. Looking forward to it. It's a great challenge, but it's one where we're in football. It becomes kind of not the norm, but it becomes part of we have to put other things aside and we have to concentrate on what we're going to do tomorrow. You kind of don't think about what the challenge is yet. I think that will come after, when I kind of sit down in the holiday and kind of really do think about it. But at the moment, like I say, we're just focused on what we're trying to do tomorrow, how we're going to set the team up, how we're going to go about it, the messages we want to get to the players, and that's been our main focus.
A lot of coaches say that they have sort of...
I can't hear him, he's gone.
James?
Hi, Hayden.
Hello? I couldn't hear you then.
Hayden, can you hear me now? It's James from TalkSport.
Yes, I can, yeah.
Hayden, can you understand why the club made the decision to remove Nigel from his post with just 2 games left of the season?
I wasn't part of that decision. I found out when the players found out. I think the club make their decisions, and the club has their reasons for the decision. That's a question you'll have to ask the club. I mean, for me, like I said before, I work for the football club. I've been asked to step in and be caretaker in these next 2 games, and that's what I try and do.
Do you find it unsettling as a young coach when you see managers come in and out of this football club?
Like I said before, for me, it's as it was in December. It was, listen, we want you to take care of these next 2 games, and that was my main focus. I mean, for me, where I am in my coaching career, I've been with this group now since December. We feel like we know how they work. In terms of any other decisions, I think you'll have to speak to the club about that. Me personally, I've just got a job to do, and I'm going to have to try and carry out that as well as I can. I mean, my main focus is focusing these boys for the next 2 games. I mean, that's how it's got to be.
What impact did Nigel have on this football club, and what did you take from him? Because you were part of his backroom staff as well. Yeah,
fantastic. Really enjoyed my time working with him and Craig Shakespeare. Learned a lot under the time they were here. Really enjoyed the time we spent together, and it was a good experience for myself.
And can you understand why a squad with so much quality in it finds itself in the position that it's in at the moment?
I mean, it's not just happened to us. I mean, over the years in the Premier League, it's happened to a lot of good squads. It just sometimes is, the league is really good. Sometimes you hit form at the right time. Sometimes you don't. I mean, you do find yourself in these situations. At times it's just how it is. I mean, the main focus for us, like I said before, is just these next 2 games. We know how big they are. We know what we need to try and do in the next 2 games. And like I say, we're going to try and set up to be as effective as we can be in the next 2 games.
Have you got any team news, any injuries at all?
No injuries, no. The squad will be the same as it was against the West Ham.
And just finally from me, what are you hoping to see from your side tomorrow that perhaps wasn't there against West Ham on Friday night?
I don't think it's a case of it not being there against West Ham. I think for us tomorrow, like I said before, we want to set up with the focus and the discipline of our jobs that we're asking them to do. I mean, it's a different game to the West Ham game. Fantastic team we're playing in Man City, fantastic team in Arsenal, and we're just going to ask them to do the jobs that we're asking them to do and stay disciplined, focused, work hard, and hopefully get a result.
Thanks, Hayden. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thanks, James. George?
Hi, Hayden. How you doing?
Hi, you right?
I just wanted to ask you about those 2 previous games you had. How much did you learn yourself, having those 2 matches against Leicester and Crystal Palace, and obviously hoping that'll help you with these 2 games as well?
Yeah, learned so much. Learned a lot. I mean, I was working with the 23s, which was fantastic. The previous 3 or 4 years, and then you develop so much, and not so much. Sorry, you can only develop so much, but then you need to kind of take a step into first team football. I was lucky enough to be given 2 games in charge in December, where the club's confidence in me was to look after the 2 games until they found a manager. Like you say, you can only gain the experiences from doing it firsthand. And like I say, what we did in December and how we did it was fantastic. There was a lot to do in so little time, and I felt we did it really well. I think the team responded really well, and really enjoyed it.
And just on Man City, I'm sure no one at the club needs me to remind them of the previous 2 results. Would that kind of be in your thinking when it comes to team selection? Will you look at how some of these players have done against Man City players before, or is it a case that they're such a good side that that can happen? Those 2 results you previously had.
I think for us, it's I wasn't involved in the staff at that point, so obviously I worked at the club, but being internal and what the setup was in that game, I don't know. For us, like I said, no, our focus will be on what we think we can do tomorrow in terms of us to try and get a positive result. Our team selection will be all around that. It won't be anything to do with what happened in previous games. It will be all around what we think is the best team can go out on the pitch and get us the result tomorrow. Cheers.
Okay, thanks, George.